Hey guys, and welcome back to Growing Up Godly. So as you can see, I have a special guest here with me today. This is Nathanael.
Hey guys.
And we are going to be talking about our senior prom today.
So before you can ever go to prom, most people like to do a promposal. So Nathanael, can you tell us how you asked Alana to prom?
Alright, so the first step is to ask the girl according to who she is. So whether they want to be asked in public or in private, in this case, definitely private. And try to figure out what types of hobbies or things that they like that you can incorporate into the promposal to make it more personal to them. So to start out with my promposal, back in December, I worked with Alana's dad to build a shed. And then I also knew that Alana works at Chick-fil-A and is in the process of becoming a team leader. So I came up with an idea, some could call it a trap, to get her to say yes to prom. So the first part of my post read, life is all about choices, and the choices that you make you. And so I asked her, would you go to prom with me? And the no would lead her down the path of a future shed builder like myself. But the yes would lead her to become a future Chick-fil-A team leader.
And of course, I said yes. Not just because I didn't want to be a future shed builder, but definitely did play into it a little bit. So then after the promposal, it was all about the preparation.
So give us some specifics on what y'all did to prepare for prom.
So for the guys, I went out and bought a 3-piece suit. Just my advice, it's always better to buy than to rent. It'll come out probably around the same cost, and you can have it for future occasions. And also one cool thing that we got to do was buy a matching bow tie to go with Alana's dress.
Yep, so I bought my dress. I actually found it off of Amazon, which was crazy. I never thought I would buy a prom dress off of Amazon, but I did. And then my mom and his mom took it to the bow tie store, and they were able to match it perfectly, which was super cool. Another thing you have to do is get the corsage and the boutonniere, which I know nothing about because our moms did that.
Yeah, we let the moms take care of that, and they did pretty well.
They did good.
So after all the preparation, it was time for our destination prom.
So what is a destination prom?
So a destination prom is where everybody, including the parents, meets at a nice plantation or a venue to take pictures as a grade or in different groups. Then you load up on buses and drive to a different city where you'll usually eat dinner at a nice restaurant and go to or participate in cool activities as a group.
So his school it's a Christian school, and they just don't want to do dancing at their prom, so they decided to do a destination prom instead, which I've never been to a normal prom, but I think it's way more fun because you're able to just spend time with all of your friends and make a lot of cool memories.
Yes, several of my friends who've gone to both said they'd much rather prefer a destination prom.
So what did y'all do for your destination prom?
So first, we met at a beautiful plantation to take pictures. Our moms and parents came with us, and we all took big group pictures and took funny pictures around the house and around the area.
Then after that, we went on the bus ride to Atlanta, where we stopped at Olympic Park to take a couple more photos.
And there, we also got to go on the Atlanta Eye and overlook the city.
We also walked to the restaurant from that point and had our nice fancy dinner.
And from there, we went to my favorite part, Sky Zone.
Then after that, it was time to drive all the way back home.
So y'all mentioned taking pictures at a nice little plantation that y'all went to. So what was your favorite picture that y'all took?
My favorite is the picture where we made funny faces and covered up the naked statue.
Yeah. We've been friends for so long, we just couldn't stand taking the all just serious prom pictures. We had to do some funny ones, and those turned out to be some of the best. We also took this one where we look like we're in a magazine, and that's one of my favorites too.
For sure.
And then once we got to Atlanta, we ended up taking pictures at Olympic Park, and that's where my favorite picture is. It's this picture right here where we're standing under a white tree. I just think it's really nice and the colors really pop.
What was your favorite activity at prom?
My favorite was when we went to Sky Zone. It was just a really great experience, especially since we had the whole place to ourselves. And it was just really fun to be able to jump around, go crazy with all your friends late into the night.
What is one word to describe your day?
Memorable.
Yeah. I think that's the best word to describe it.
Everybody was in a good mood. There was a lot of preparation going into this day, and it was just great to spend time with friends and to partake in all these cool activities, to see the whole city of Atlanta, or to jump around, like I said, at Sky Zone, and the bus rides were fun, and just the whole experience was great. I don't think I'd want to take anything away from it.
And I think as you hit your senior year, it just hits you that this is the last year you have with your childhood friends, and so each event is just that much more special and memorable because it's one of the last big events we got to do with our whole friend group.
What is some advice you have for Nathanael for the guys and Alana for the girls that are about to go to prom or leading up to prom, getting ready for prom, whatever advice you may have?
So one word, drama. Stay away from it.
Yes.
A lot of romantic feelings can be built up before, during, and after. And a lot of times it's just easier to go as friends, to enjoy yourselves, to not get wrapped up in what he said or what she said, and just enjoy yourself. Because really, you've spent a lot of money and a lot of time preparing for that day. And as we said earlier, this day can be very memorable when you'll be able to look back and smile and laugh, or it can be pretty grief-stricken, as I know many of my friends would view it that way because they got their heart hurt or they focused too much on the wrong thing.
I also think that just the fact that we went as friends was just great because we both got to do things that each person wanted to do. It wasn't like, oh, I have to do this for the girl, and I have to do this for the girl, or I have to do this for the guy, and this so that they have a good time. Like, we were both able to do things that we both enjoyed so that we could both have a really good time. So my advice to you girls would be, especially if you are doing something like a destination prom, is wear comfortable shoes. A lot of people will buy very fancy, very high-heeled prom shoes, and they won't wear them till the day of prom. And I'm cool if you want to wear high heels if that's your thing, but break them in, because we were walking all around Atlanta. I was in my shoes for I think almost 12 hours. And so wear them beforehand, wear what's going to make you comfortable so that you can fully enjoy your time without having to worry about achy or sore feet.
Also, another option would be to buy the high-heeled shoes, but also bring some flats. So when you're walking through the city of Atlanta, or when you're just standing around waiting for a bus to come or waiting for something to happen, that your feet are comfortable.
I would also suggest to you girls that you bring some Band-Aids in your purse or clutch with you so that if you do start to get blisters, you can quickly put a Band-Aid on it and not have to worry about it the rest of the night. Another piece of advice I have for you girls is to do something special for the guy, because the guy has to do so much with planning the promposal, executing it, buying your tickets, all of
Risking
that.
public shame and embarrassment.
And that. So I would suggest just doing something special that they'll really enjoy. So for Nathanael, he really likes crazy fun socks. So I got him a pair of fun socks that he could wear to prom if he'd like.
Which I did.
Yes. And I'd also suggest just writing a thank you card after prom, just to let them know that you had a good time and you really appreciate all they did to help you make that memory. And lastly, our biggest piece of advice is to have fun. Prom is a time where you can just make a lot of memories and really enjoy yourself, so have fun with it. Don't be stressed the entire time. You look great, trust me. Just have fun, have a good old time. Well guys, thank you so much for watching this video about our senior prom. I hope that you enjoyed it and you learned some advice to hopefully help y'all with your future proms. I just want to take a second and thank Nathanael for taking me to prom. I had a blast, and thank you for doing this video.
No problem. I had a great time too.
I think it's always great to get both sides of the story for a prom video.
Definitely glad I could put a word in for us young bucks out there.
Also, if you guys missed my thoughts and advice of a high school graduate video, make sure and click that I button in the corner so you can go view that. And stay tuned for a bonus video next week where I'll be posting a video that I edited for my graduation that kind of has to do with a homeschool graduate. So stay tuned for that.
Bye guys.
Bye!